Instructor was killed while another person was injured in a plane crash in Ipoh, Perak yesterday.
Hi, my name is Sila Hevandalian Katini and I'm holding matric number D form 2309043. The purpose for this video is to explain about an aircraft accident that happened due to human error as the subject group activity. So the incident that we have chosen is QM-BAA crash. I'll be giving a brief summary about this accident. QM-BAA crash was a tragic aviation incident that occurred on August 1st in 2022, which is about 2 years ago. The flight was scheduled to operate from Sultan Azlan Shah Airport to Ipoh Airport. The aircraft was on a night training. Flight crashed on a road near an overhead bridge in Ipoh that morning. The Civil Aviation Authority, which is 9M, said Ipoh Tower had received a mayday call from the aircraft at 8:07 p.m. shortly after takeoff. One pilot succumbed to his injuries while the other pilot suffered serious injuries and is currently receiving medical assistance, said Captain Chester Wu, Chief Executive of 9M. Fajim was a former MiG-29 pilot with the Air Force who retired with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. According to his friend, veteran journalist and Gergasi TV director Syahril Kadeh. Syahril Kadeh said on Facebook that Fajim had survived a previous jet crash in 2005. The aircraft, a two-seater Piper 28-161 with registration QM-BAA, is operated by BATS Aviation Sendirian Berhad, which has flight training center based at Ipoh Airport. Transport Minister Wee Ka Siong, who described the accident as a serious flying school aircraft accident, instructed aviation authorities to carry out a thorough investigation.
Hi, my name is Farhan bin Muhammad Arifin Kanu. My metric ID is D form 2309046. Today I'm going to talk about the detailed accident chronology about 9M-BAA crash. Tragically, CAM Ipoh Air Traffic Control Tower received a mayday call at 8:07 p.m. The aircraft crash is caused by switching to the wrong switch, resulting the aircraft to run in less in power. This subsequently caused the pilots to inaccurately identify the nature of emergency during takeoff. Investigation into the crash revealed multiple factors contributing to the accident, including pilot error, technical malfunction, and inadequate training procedure. The Ipoh Tower received information about the public that the aircraft had crashed into the side of a water diversion culvert beside Sungai Pinjin near Medan Gopeng, Ipoh. The ATC controller on duty activated the necessary emergency services and instructed the CP BATS 102 to make a full stop landing. The aircraft's right wing hit a lamp post situated on a road bridge and the wing broke into two. It then veered right and rotated 180 degrees, slamming into the side of the water diversion culvert. Aircraft belly first before becoming to a rest with the aircraft nose facing vertically down. The aircraft suffered major damage to the right side undercarriage engine, nuclear lower section, and rear tail plane. Both of the pilots were found unconscious and remained stuck in their individual pilot seat. Both the pilot seats were extricated from the cockpit by the fire and rescue department. The right-hand seat with the first pilot suffered fatal injuries, while the left-hand seat pilot was unconscious with serious injuries. Both pilots were immediately sent to Raja Permaisuri Bainul Hospital, Ipoh for post-accident medical treatment and others. The aircraft wreckage was secured at site by the Police Air Accident Investigation Bureau (AAIB). Investigation team arrived at the accident site the next morning, 2nd August 2022, to conduct site investigation and evidence gathering. The aircraft wreckage was clearly from the accident site at about 3:15 at the same day and placed in BATS Aviation hangar. It was impounded for AAIB investigation. A police report was filed by the aircraft operator's quality and safety manager at Kampong Rapat, Ipoh Police Station on the next day. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ari Aikam Farid. My matric ID is D-Form 2399044. Today I want to talk about the causes of 9M-BAA crash. The problem statement that I understand is what the pilot state that the aircraft took normally on passing a height of about 200 feet. The engine noise was heard winding down and the engine RPM was observed to have reduced. There was no engine vibration such of misfiring when the engine RPM reduced. Pilot 2 immediately carried out action to restore the engine power and there was a momentary positive engine response, but the engine quit again. Pilot 2 could not recall anything about the accident, therefore until the rescuers rescued him from the aircraft wreckage. The pilot action, the incorrect ignition switch position during the takeoff. The already analysis on the site investigation found that the ignition switch was at L position. Other crucial evidence observed were the throttle at close position, mixture at idle cut-off, carb hit at on, and the fuel selector was at a left tank. Pilot 2 states that a power check at 2000 RPM was performed at the dispersal area that after start-up, while the power check on line-up was to check all engine parameters were normal before takeoff. Circumstantial evidence showed that Pilot 2 most probably did not return the ignition switch, not both position on completion of the right magnitude.
Hi, my name is Rohit Verma. My metric ID is D-Form 2309045. Now, I'm going to talk about the investigation procedure conducted and authorities involved in our case study. A host human errors and organizational negligence led to the Piper 28161 crash in Ipoh last year during night training flight, according to the final report on the fatal incident by the Air Accident Investigation Bureau. The report released on January 16 said active and latent condition failures had breached the various defense layers which had been systematically put in place to ensure a flight training environment. The main unsafe act for this accident is the inadvertent selection of ignition switch to the wrong position after engine ground set. Skill-based error caused the pilot who had lost currency in night flying to inadvertently select the ignition switch to the L instead of both position. On completion of the right magneto check, said the report cited by FMT. In the accident on August 1st last year, flight instructor Fajim Zufar Mustafa Kamal, 52 years old, was killed, while another flight instructor Dini Fikri Zainal Abidin, 62 years old, was injured when the light aircraft crashed on the road near an overhead bridge in Ipoh. AAIB commended Fajim Zufar for his quick thinking and landing the aircraft on the best option available, which was along Jalan Dr. Nazrin Shah in Sungai Rokam, Medan Gopeng, after his instructor Din Fikri has passed out during the emergency. The report said the wrong selection of the switch had resulted in the engine running on less power, which subsequently caused the pilots to inaccurately identify the nature of emergency during the takeoff. The error was not noticed by both pilots, which resulted in the aircraft taking off with less engine power and subsequently causing the power loss during the climbing phases. AAIB said contributing factors to this judgment and decision-making error include procedures not adequately covered during the night flying brief, which resulted in both pilots not being ready to handle the emergency when it happened at low altitude. At night, the knowledge that there were limited safe landing areas within the aerodrome vicinity. The decision to carry out an intersection takeoff instead of using the full runway length further complicated the judgment and decision-making error it added. The investigators said despite the pilot making two mayday calls 3 minutes after taking off, the crash alarm was not activated by the air traffic controller ATC, with the information transmitted by tower to the airport fire and rescue service via a direct line. Another factor was the rush night flying program brought about by the aerodrome operator approving only 2 days as compared with 4 days originally with a limited time slot of 2 hours per day. A self-initiative to perform engine ground run check and the rush to carry out night flying currency, checking a shorter night flying training duration are rush action that had contributed to the unsafe act. The main precondition for unsafe acts is a lack of cross monitoring when performing duties as a check pilot on another pilot who had lost currency in night flying. It said the probe also found that there were no personal The probe also found there were no personnel meaning the aircraft operators flight operation control center during the night flying training, adding that there was only personnel on duty Marshal 2 training flights taking off at about the same time. According to AAIB, there were 9 accidents last few years, with 2 final crash reports completed, while the others have had their preliminary. According to the AAIB, there were 9 air accidents last few years with 2 final crash reports completed, with the others had their preliminary reports done pending the final reports. That's all from me. I'm passing to my friend to proceed the next point. Thank you.